DevStream. Let's go ahead and make an announcement. That is not the correct task. Okay. Let me make sure everything is up to date here. And at some point, it is, we're doing this. Let's rebase this on top of the current beta. Push should fail, but I'll just do a push-force. Make sure we're up to date. Okay. Now, let's remember where we were. I was having a lot of user interface concerns, but at some point when you have user interface concerns, you just have to like go for it. You just have to try something and hope it works. Can't have user interface concerns forever. The hell? One wonders why I spelled Chrome with a D. It's this is the Chrome browser. Hello, Van Whitman. Oh, I also didn't actually set this to recording mode, so that was stupid. Let's create a recording that will actually record video. That's the whole point. Chrobe. It's drobe. D-H-R-O-B-E. Short for D-robe, in spite of being the same number of letters and harder to say. No, it would be in host menu. Let's switch views for logging in. Oh boy, password management, my favorite thing. That is the password I'm looking for. That is not the password I'm looking for. Yes, I know there's nothing on screen. Oh my God, check your phone. Two-step authentication! Yes, it's me. Okay. Yes, yes, Google hasn't verified this app. Continue. Yep. Continue. What if you were broke and you couldn't use your phone? Asked Van Whitman in chat. I don't know what they do for two-factor authentication if you don't have, expensive Android phones. Okay, so theoretically, that should certainly be downloading here, but it should also... Oh, wait, I have to actually make it do something before it will have any actual content. There we go. It's not exactly big, since this isn't a very interesting video. You know what? I'm not going to go to my Google Drive in some public setting. Let's go ahead and have that also be with this off. But I will check that my Google Drive appears to have what I expect. Non-local forage. Appears to have absolutely not a goddamn thing in it. Cool. No, wait, I just don't know how to look through Google Drive. No, it most certainly has nothing in it. Neat, cool, great. That's what I wanted to happen. What that tells me is that that is probably just the state that I left it in the last time I actually did this. There's a lot of that, Van Whitman, and from a less like classist perspective, just like things that are like, oh, you need an app to do this. What if I don't want to install your stupid fucking app? I don't want to install every app in the known universe, even if I have the devices to do it. I don't trust your app, and I don't trust you. Boy, my face sure seems to be having trouble today. Just ignore all that. That's right. There's this whole, there's a second level of activation problem. That's annoying. Okay, so get remote file storage should indeed be doing the right thing, but I'll bet yeah. So we should have, yes, save video in cloud. Checked. That should be just about it. Do I even use save video file anymore? Surely I'm... Feels like I've got this mislabeled, maybe? Maybe I... Yes, this just says do them. Okay, yeah, I removed the, I removed half of this. I really don't need this do them comment that I inherited from when I had 2 versions of this. That means nothing. Do them. Oh, yes, of course. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so what this stuff is you can actually download it out of this from a different source, so it needs to be able to authenticate it, and so it's saving the key for authentication purposes. Do it! Do it now! Do the thing! Oh. Storage report. Hmm. I'm going to leave that fix me there, even though that's not necessarily where it belongs. Everyone is technically a rubber duck. Expected 2 arguments if I got 0. What? Why is this a 2-argument function? Can't remote file storage. Okay. I see. So Lucy, I prefer the interpretation of ennui. So like the French word ennui literally just means boredom, but I prefer the more common English interpretation that's like it's you know, you're bored if you have nothing to entertain you because there's just nothing to do right now. You have ennui if there's nothing to entertain you because life is a pointless sequence of events punctuated by tragedy. That's ennui. I need a less stupid way of doing this. But maybe the temporary, not too stupid way of doing this is just that I make this public. What's amazing about this is I'm awaiting this, but this is actually not an asynchronous function. It just returns a promise. I guess that's not amazing, but it is amusing if you're me. Quadrennial ennui, annual ennui. Oh wait, this is, yeah, that's an ended recording. Let's not try and do it in that one. Ba, ba. Okay, so if I record, that sure says 1, doesn't it? You know what, actually, given that I now have 2 separate storage classes, that might actually have been, yeah, because it would be a separate counter. Wow, there's a lot of there's nuance here. There's more nuance than I'd realized. So if I'm correct about that, then this should have actually recorded. In which case, let me check my Google Drive, see if I'm correct about that. Non-local forage. Absolutely not a goddamn thing. I am unsure why no part of this is working. Diagnostic. Let's go ahead and record video to the cloud, but not record video locally, so at least I'm not mixy. Yeah, it does not say that it's saving anything, which to me means it's not saving anything. Nothing reported. Yeah, nothing reported as an error. So the question is, WTF? What have I done? Having both of those, having S2 go in both directions definitely would break things, but I genuinely don't know how. I guess if the other one got the reader first, which it almost certainly would. Yeah, that was a foolish bug that could have caused this effect. Due to years of habit, I'm accustomed to using my computer tower as like a footrest or leg rest, but I'm also am accustomed to getting bigger and bigger computer towers, and my computer tower is actually higher than my chair now, which it's not like the worst footrest in the world, but it's a choice. Damn. Still nothing reported. I guess it's possible that this never came back? Let's do some printf debugging. The best kind. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Also, just because it's using console.log because this is JavaScript does not mean that it's not printf debugging. It's always printf debugging. Yeah, that was a different error. That was not the error I was intending to check. This login does not happen automatically. Yeah, okay. Got to D, but not to E. What's between D and E? Remote.ready? What? I mean, I logged in. I could be throwing some kind of irrelevant error, some error that is just due to poor codesmanship. Yeah, so logically, it should be at this point that it's waiting to log in. But then once I finish logging in, the hell? It just doesn't come back. Oh yeah, nothing is called ready, it's just init storage. It must have loaded the script. It must have gotten the token. It must have gotten as far as... Wait just a second. Okay, yes, that's the callback. Fine. So one would hope it would have called that back. I guess I can't really prove one way or another right now. This is just plain local forage. That shouldn't matter. I don't like the fact that this happens through a callback, but like, it happens through a callback. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Yeah, tries to use the saved token if it has it. It only, like, this is what actually prompts that screen, so. I wonder. But I've had this work before. It's not like I've never seen this work, so it shouldn't be that it's anything to do with the token client. Okay, where's the saved token? It's saved as Google Drive token. Fine. That is easily enough tested. Okay, so I have a local key storage for that. Sure still seems to be null. It's actually faintly weird that it's null because it should have it. Like, it should remember what it is. Please tell me this doesn't use the min version. It uses the min version. Well, you know what? I can change that too. Editing completely compiled distributable stuff is cool, right? Okay, so. I mean, none of this makes any sense. But maybe save token breaks something. I don't know why. Maybe save token breaks something. Let's just try this as like the silliest mechanism. It's annoying when it's just not doing anything. So it's like, well, where is it broken? What happened? Check that. Okay, that did not use the version I just made, but you know what? I can change it in here too. Who cares? Oh, this is the Dropbox one. Never mind. Okay, it worked fine. Oops. Is it possible that this is it? Why would this... I mean, refusing those cookies should not... Oh, I don't know. Maybe it does. Ah, learn more in the Issues tab. Is the Issues tab Element, Console, Sources, Network, Performance, Memory, Application Security, Lighthouse Recorder, or Performance Insights? I genuinely don't know. Is it security? No. I mean, it's not inconceivable that is the problem. I don't know why it never showed me that before. It would be super cool if there... Well, that was useless. It would be super cool if there was an Issues tab. Oh, here we go. Will be blocked in future Chrome versions. So this is definitely not the issue, since this is not a future Chrome version. This is the current Chrome version. It's like it's just not calling the callback. Either it's like it's just not calling the callback, or something very, very strange was happening. Let's, more printf debugging is called for. I should actually be just editing this directly in the bundled binary. That's actually a better idea than doing it in the source, because there's no reason to be redoing this bundling step when I'm literally modifying already pre-computed code. Obviously, this part of the user interface is not intended to be a permanent part of the user interface. So it's just not calling the callback then? So it just doesn't feel like calling the callback? Init token client. I am DuckDuckGo searching for Google in a token client. Token client config callback required. It handles return token response. I have the client ID, I have the callback, I have the scope. It clearly worked because it like brought up the window and I continued and it closed it again. I mean, I guess I could handle the error callback. Pop-up closed. Placeholder for other errors. If there's any error, it should be the placeholder one. Internet. That's a spicy meatball. Man, that is downloading fast. That's what I call downloading. Reminds me of a 56K modem in 2003 or something. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. What the hell is happening here? Well, that was perfectly fast and in no way concerning. Now we get to do it again. This loading phase doesn't happen with the real Ennuicastr because of caching, but I specifically have the testbed version set to not cache anything so that I can make changes without, you know, losing them. And this is the lovely consequence of that. Yay! Good God, this is not okay. This can only be that like the server is behaving badly. Anything going on here? No, this seems fine. It must just be the connectivity of the server. Doesn't actually matter. But it wasn't. But it wasn't closed. But it wasn't closed though. I'll close it. I want to offer you a ban. I'm almost too lazy to do this. Congratulations on I'm just barely not too lazy to do this. I don't, like, it says pop-up. Here it is. Here's the pop-up. Could it possibly be this? Does it need this feature? Like, if it doesn't have whatever this bizarre feature is, I feel like compute pressure is going to be the most important feature. And you get a ban. Because so Ennuicastr runs in a pretty secure environment for various reasons, mainly to do with multi-threading. It is so sure that the pop-up was closed prematurely. Let me, glad I started checking for an error there, because I definitely would have never noticed that. I didn't, though. I didn't. Also, this did not happen when that popped up. Oh, is there something about the isolation that happens that would be disallowing it to see the sub window? Like, is it a Core's header issue? I take off my glasses to, I don't know, just to feel dramatic, and then I can't see, and it's like, oh, yeah, I had those for a reason, didn't I? I don't think I have a... I don't think I have root access on this particular system, yeah. Time for more doing stuff in the background. Actually, you know what? What I need to do is just look up the rules for window.open, because I'm betting that you can open a window, window open. You can open a window of anything from anything, but then you can't see it unless you have some kind of cross-origin permissions. I guess I can test that theory, can't I? Such loading speed. Wow! You know, I don't know why Malo and I have trouble with video sharing. Here it is, right here. Observe. I think as soon as the special promotions end on my current ISP, I'm switching back to the one I had before. This one sucks. I'm not actually confident that I need this to finish in order to test this. It's a weird way for a pop-up to open. Closed true. I ain't closed it. I ain't closed nothing. It's weird that it just shows up as closed. Like, what an odd compromise. Now, why didn't that pop up? How do I make it behave like a pop-up? Oh, it's not target, it's window features. Yeah. So that's still open. That is 100% very open. Oh, wait. I also opened a hilariously nonsensical URL. Let me... Okay, that went to... I wanted to not redirect, so let me do myaccount.google.com directly. Actually, let me just go to... It doesn't matter. Let me just go to Google. Close true. This must have to do with cross-origin isolation. Yeah, it has to have to do with it has to have to do with cross origin isolation. Let me. The quick anti-fix is just to turn off cross origin isolation, and then later I will have to figure out how to make it work with cross origin isolation. This was an unexpected distraction. I know you can't see what I'm doing right now. Just trust me that it's happening somewhere. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to turn both of those off. Any other cross-origin stuff? I think this should be... Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so I think that this can still work if it can't do multi-threading. It just won't do multi-threading. Like, I don't think that anything about this is unusable without multi-threading. Yeah, not using shared memory. Good. So that suggests that cores is off. So that still thinks closed is true. But let's just try. Yeah, this error happens long before that, so that shouldn't be it. Okay, but I don't have that on. Yes. Would block the window.closed call. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, cross-origin isolation. How exceedingly annoying. I have genuinely no clue how I'm going to deal with that because it just has to open some random page, but I guess I just have to list all the random pages that it might open. That is a problem for another day. The problem for today is, did that actually work? It says that it's saving. Let's go ahead and check in the drive whether it actually is saving. Oh yeah, there it is. Non-local forage on Ennuicastr file storage. There it is. It's a few megs. Awesome. Okay, so as far as I can tell, it is in fact saving in storage now. And if I do that, it should indeed finish. Okay, it only took infinity effort to get nowhere. Screen, screen, hello, screen, screen. You can, there it goes. That was weird. But actually, not having an error callback was like a major own goal there, so let me fix that while it's fresh in my memory. Okay, it can resolve or it can reject. And the error What was it? Error callback, error event, error something. I closed exactly the wrong thing. Error callback. Token client. Yes, error callback. Okay. The very, very positive news is it worked. We have stuff. Now, the file storage main, I don't think I have that set up in such a way that it can actually log into anything, but there's so much more UI I have to do, and I'm confident that it is actually storing the data. Like, that is not my concern. So, given that the data is actually stored in Drive now, my main concerns are covered. Did I have any changes I actually made here? Yeah, okay. So cloud data storage is now, in fact, happening. I feel like my immediate next concern is actually just like user interface crap. So let me think real hard like about what I want that to look like. Right, so I named this just transient activation panel. Transient activation panel label. Transient. Oh wait, the whole problem is that I would not have been using the label. Transient activation panel label. What am I listening to? Why don't I remember this at all? Of course it's Piazzolla. Persecuta. Yeah, just even hearing the name, I do remember this now. Okay. Step one of improving the UI is the stupidest improvement to the UI, but you know what? It's still extremely necessary. Now, show me your errors. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff that can be combined. Now that I have a more generic transient activation mechanism, I should be combining all of those. Try to just get transient activation and do everything. So, setting aside cloud services, there are two places that need transient activation. There is the brain just turned off. There is the audio context, and there is the mobile no sleep system. So let's see if I can twiddle both of those to be the same thing. Well, let me at least fix this part first. Okay. So there's one in audio. There's one in master. Oh, that's the cloud one. That's nothing. There's one in audio. There's one in UI impl? I guess. Right, okay, so I have it when I make the entire user interface, but there's really not any particularly good reason for that. So where does make UI happen relative to this? Is that before this? It has to be. It has to be before this. You can't make the user interface after you have created, like after you've shown panels. The panel has to, yeah. The user interface has to already exist. So when oh, interestingly, yeah, the way I'm doing it, I actually yeah. Okay, so here's what has to happen. I have to check with both parts whether it needs transient activation. And then I've got it. I know exactly what I need to do. First thing is go to the bathroom. Okay, I've concluded that what I need is a transient activation callback system by which I can have certain asynchronous functions put themselves in like a transient activation list, and then I can just have transient activation do all of it, do all the things. So like here, I guess I better change how this actually works in the user interface first. No, that's what I want. There we go. Thought something seemed wrong. Okay, so that's an empty array. How does this need to work? Right, okay. So I need take an asynchronous function as an argument. Don't care what it returns. I'm silent because my brain is working on overdrive here. Mixing promises in this way is never easy. Then perform the action. And that should have the right type for that. And that's it. That's all. Now, I do still want this to be a promise. That's fine. I can have this be its own sort of promise chain, but I want to... Oh, of course. That's fine. I just need to... Oh my brain! My brain! No, okay, this I just want to be null for the moment. It will be activated once that's activated. No, I got it. I got it. I got it. Like these short variable names? It's very important that these not await anything. These have to be eager as soon as it's clicked. That's the whole point of transient activation. That's why this has been such a mental nightmare. Okay, then we show it, and now I just need promise.all of these promises. So now, in UI impl and in audio where I used those, That should be it. And then this, if it was, yeah, if this was explicitly a promise, it no longer is. It's a void. That fix me is no longer needed. That's literally what I'm doing right now. What is this part of? User media set. Okay, so this is fine. When user media is set. So probably once again, I really should have this be a void. Should I be a void? Is there any actual promises in this side? No, but this then attaches to encoder loaded. I mean, I guess I can just do that myself. Oh, right, okay. Okay, no, I can do this a different way. So long as it at least figures out that it needs transient activation eagerly, it's fine. Can I connect this into a promise chain? Does on transient activation return a promise? I forget how I implemented that. No, it just pushes it. Right, because, yeah, that's supposed to be the promise. A little bit silly. This is the last thing I'm going to do because my brain is now not functioning. Classy. Can't be more than 80% broken. This is the last thing I'm going to do. Please. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, stop. Don't give me error messages. Yeah, we'll fix that next time. I am not doing more today. Till next time. Stream over.